Hi guys, Nick Miller here today from Mark Supply Company. Today I have for you a 2001 Gehl 5635 SXT. So, Gehl skid loaders, we've owned them for years. Right over there sits my 5640 that I bought brand new. We've had a bunch of them new. Always been a Gehl fan. I like the Gehls until they come out with the R series, and I think that's the biggest turd biscuit that they've ever made. But that's me. These were a good machine. Owned one of these for years. Actually had several of these for years. We use them every day in our equipment business here, what we do. They're a very tough old machine. So this has the Dutz 2011, which is an 80 horsepower turbo motor, 4-cylinder turbo. This machine commanded has 2,336 hours. Meter works. I believe the hours will be 100% accurate. Typical of Gehl, their paint this time of year, or this time of generation, was not the greatest. The machine's got scratches and scrapes. It does have a decent set of Loegering 12-16-5 Trailblazer tracks. I'm going to estimate them to be right around 50 to 60%. That's why I left them on the machine. Rubber's not perfect. It's about 30 to 45%, but it was a complete package. So let's go around this machine. Let me show you everything about it. It's a very affordable skid loader. On to the back. It does have a factory Gehl counterweight on the back of it, which is nice to have. It acts as a bumper, but it also gives you, I wanted to say they were like 325 pounds of counterweight. Back door, everything opens and closes. Typical Gehl, that strut is bad. If a guy wanted to get picked up with that, I chose to use my work at the service end of this. So we went ahead, air filters, fuel filters, hydraulic, engine oil, everything there is changed. And I'm going to show you up front what else we did. There is no oil leaks here under the cab. We've had the cab up, checked everything. Steering linkage is good. Exhaust system is good. There's no abnormal noise, smoke, blow by, anything from the engine. Other than, you'll hear it when it starts, the belt is squeaking for the alternator. And I have a new one ordered, and we will put it on before the machine is sold. I'll tell you that right up front so that there isn't any question about what is squealing. Again, back door opens nice. It didn't all beat up. Back corners are still nice on the pillars. There's no aftermarket welding on the boom. The only negative thing, I don't know how the guy did it, got a rock, got something. Both sides are bent equally on the fenders, is what this was called, just the basic fenders of the machine. Doesn't hurt anything, just want to point it out. 12-16-5 tires, they are Galaxies, they are foam filled. Does have the 2-inch wheel spacers on it. And again, we left it complete with the steel tracks. You can take them right off if you don't want to use them. It does have a good Gehl 74-inch bucket. It's a high-capacity Gehl bucket, which is in good condition. It has a little bit of wear where somebody had some bolt-on teeth on it at one time. Doesn't hurt anything. Want everybody to know that. Up front, let's do this. Right here, you'll see this side. Again, same. Not hurting anything. Just want everybody to know that. There is no welding in the boom pockets anywhere up here. It's not been busted. I have seen these where guys just, the Gehl will lift. The machine will lift a good bit of weight. Pretty impressive. So here's what's up at the front of this machine. We did go through, I put new pins in the quick attach, new bushings in the rod eyelets because I wanted to make it right. They had just a minimal amount of play, but I like my stuff to be right service-wise. We put new pins and bushings in the very bottom and shimmed the quick attach. And we noticed one other thing while we had it apart. Tilt cylinders were damp. So we went ahead, one tilt cylinder come apart as easy as could be, no problems. Took a seal kit and we did put a brand new cap on just because the cap had some markings from using the pipe wrench. It was 80 bucks for a cap, big deal. The other side, however, did not want to come apart. So what we ended up doing was splitting the cap to get the cylinder apart. Once we did that, we found that the threads were bad, so we went ahead, 322 bucks from Gehl for a brand new factory barrel from Gehl, XR part, which that is Gehl, 2 brand new caps, 2 new seal kits, and redone both tilt cylinders. Done, over with, you don't have to worry about it, it's taken care of. Cab itself is still good and straight, but again, typical Gehl, paint is what it is. The machine is not painted, it is original. We did put a brand new seat in it. Auxiliary hydraulics are down here, by the way. Did put a brand new seat in it. It's T-bar control. Always loved the T-bar control. I grew up on it. Has a foot throttle. Manual holder lid here is broke. Typical, but it is there. If somebody wants to put something in there, they can. Seat bar itself is good. 2336 hours. Fuel, temperature gauge both work, and the idiot lights work. However, this little decal they put on, somebody had put some tape on it. I didn't do that. I want everybody to know that, and I'm not hiding anything. So anyhow, the headlights all work too, by the way. And the headliner actually is in the cab and is in good condition. So here's the deal. There is no such thing anymore as a cheap skid loader. We sold a skid loader today. It was a 1990 Bobcat 743 for $7,500. There is no such thing as a cheap skid loader. If you are somebody that's looking for a cheap skid loader, $4,000 or $5,000, good luck. All that's out there is junk. This is an affordable skid loader that we did get through the shop with it. Checked it out, serviced, did work to it. I mean, actually went through and did our thing, and I'm comfortable to sell it. It's a good running old machine. We're gonna go ahead and run it here for you. Keep in mind, when we turn the headlights on, you're gonna hear the belt squeak. We're gonna take care of that, and it'll be over with. So I just want everybody to understand that. So here we go, we're gonna fire it up. And something else, parking brake does work. That's another thing we like to check. The parking brake works, and everything else functions the way it's supposed to. So bear with us, we have a new camera person today. My wife's helping us for a little bit. See how that goes. She'll probably want paid, but it'll be what it'll be. Here we go, I'm gonna fire it up. brings a smile to my face. Brings back a lot of old memories. It's been, bought that machine new in 12 because that was the very last of the 5640s. This machine again's an 01. I grew up, my dad bought the very first Gehl. I would have been 6 years old. My son's 7, so I look at him as that way, you know. He bought the very first Gehl when I was 6. It was a 4510, which was red with a gray cab, because I couldn't reach foot pedals in a Bobcat. And my mother raised you know what like you wouldn't believe, but that's what got me started into Gehls, which we've owned ever since. And I mean, they're a good old machine. That T-bar control is awesome to run. I mean, it was my wife shaking her head. She can run a Gehl skid loader. That was pilot control before it was pilot control. So at the end of the day, again, I always like these older machines. I cut my teeth on them. We've worked on them as a kid, still do today. Here is a good running, working old machine. And you see what I did there? I mean, that's nice. I left these tracks on for that reason. There is a machine for somebody that can actually go out and do some work. You see what I did there? Track that topsoil pile back in. I sealed it back up because it's going to rain after breaking it open. You know, at the end of the day, you're not going to do that with a traditional wheeled machine, but with this, I was able to do it. So I let this together to make a nice little package for somebody. Please understand, I will have that belt on, and it will be installed and adjusted correctly before the machine is sold. If you have any questions, 814-658-3066. Please check out our website, www.marksupplyco.com. Please see us on Tractor House, Machinery Trader, and on eBay at Mark Supply 88. If you want to come by and run this yourself, personally, I have nothing to hide. Come on by, we'll have a tank of fuel. If you need more, we'll pull it over here and fill it up. If you got any questions, 814-658-3066. As always, I'm Nick Miller. Thank you very much for checking out Mark Supply Company. Have a great day.